What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some news about some tournaments which are going to make you either very jealous or are going to make you want to run and sign up to them. Not exaggerating, ladies and gentlemen, these ones look good. Yeah, remember those Grand Prix we did last year? The really cool ones, the ones we loved, the ones that were really good, the ones with really cool promos and all of that. Yeah, that's happening again. It's happening around Gen Con, and this looks awesome. And there are some online tournaments as well. We've got a few questions, but let's see what we've got. Hello, Tamers! We have got some great news today regarding our Digimon card game events at Gen Con. First, we are excited to announce that each entry into all of our Gen Con events will include a copy of the 2022 DC-01 participation set, which gets you a playmat, 60 sleeves, and a playset of 2 cards. We'll get there in a minute. There will be no VIP set this year. That's important. Last year, when they did the whole DC-01 thing, there was a VIP entry that you could do, which would get you essentially an extra mat and sleeves. And then that's basically the way it worked. So you would get your general entry, but then there were also extra mat and sleeves you would get if you entered, on a premium thing. And it seems like basically what Bandai have gone and done is said, you know what? Let's just keep releasing that stuff through premium Bandai. Let's leave it away from the tournaments. That sounds fine. Okay. Sounds good. Now, there is also some prize cards. We'll get to them in a moment. DC-01 events in other regions to be announced. I want this. I want to enter one of these. Now, last year I had to actually miss out because family stuff, boring reasons, etc. Pregnant wife and all of that. And I had other things to do. I am very much hoping this year will not be the case because I want to enter. Now, should say, not cheap. Now, in terms of Gen Con events, there are offline events Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. One of them is an Ultimate Cup. 2 of them are regionals, 1 of them is just a DC-01, and they have either 128 or 256 players. It is important to note that you will get the regular prizing as well. Regular prizing will be based on the current events. So what that means is, whatever you would expect to get for the Ultimate Cup, you'll get. Whatever you would expect to get for the regional, you will get. In case you've forgotten, the Ultimate Cup is the one that gets you the Demi-Vemon as a participation card, and then goes all the way up through, where your top 2 gets an Omnimon, and your champion gets an Imperial Dramon Paladin mode. And actually, I should mention that there is an Imperial Dramon Fighter mode, which is there for top 8 as well. There are a couple of others. So that's what you should be expecting from your Ultimate Cup. Not great participation prizing, but awesome if you can kind of keep fighting your way up through. In terms of the regionals, we did get news about them as well. Of course, they've already happened. In fact, I streamed every round of the regional from the UK Games Expo. So might I suggest you go and check that one out on this channel when you get a moment. But that's the one where when you enter, you get the regionals participation card set. And you get the whole set for entering, which is kind of cool. And then there is a champion set you get if you end up as, well, the champion. Top 2 does get the 2021 champion card set, but the 2022 champion card set only goes to the champion. Although there is a finalist set for top 32, if that's the kind of thing you're into. And you should be into that, incidentally, because that's really cool. Although obviously there is a little bit of a note there. It does say regional schedule to include new cards, so we will have to see whether these prizes hold or are a little bit different. Now, there are a couple of online tournaments as well for 512 players on the Friday and the Sunday. Tickets are live on July the 10th on the Gen Con website. There are all kinds of questions here. Remember last year there was one of these at Gen Con that you could enter from anywhere in the world? Obviously, time zones got a bit awkward, but you were able to. That was an option, so that's something to bear in mind. I don't know. These seem kind of cool. There is also a little note there that says, we can't wait to see you at our Gen Con events to play some Digimon card game and pick up this exclusive item. Does that mean that the only places to get these in the US are going to be at Gen Con? The answer very well maybe yes. But this is one of those situations where I'll keep you informed on this channel, obviously, but keep checking the announcements, see what comes down. I don't know if the online events are going to be open to everybody. That's an excellent question. I don't know how and when they're going to be made available in other regions. However, it does specifically say that they will be, so that's a good thing. Events in other regions to be announced. They are definitely happening. So what is the swag like? Well, everyone that enters gets a playmat featuring Gallantmon that is clearly very, very beautiful. I'm not a huge Gallantmon fan myself, and, you know, the other one's got the name I keep mispronouncing that makes me really sad. But you know what? If you are into this, if it is a Digimon you like, this is kind of spectacular. Something you should be very, very excited about. And everybody that enters also gets your alternate art of that Digimon I always say wrong, that I think might be Geomon or it might not. We might never know. But you do get yourself a playset of that, and it is a playset of them, and you get them just for entering. Now this is the one, the Promo 41. It is a promo card, and it's free cost to play, 0 cost to Digivolve, 2000 power, and when attacking, draw a card. It's only got 2000 power, mind you, so you'll often go down when you attack, but still gets to draw cards, and that's kind of cool. The other one you get for entering is a full playset of Lightning Joust, and that is, of course, a foil version of it, despite being an uncommon. This is the one from Starter Deck 7. One of your Digimon gets an extra 2000 for the turn, and then if the number of cards in your security stack is less than or equal to your opponent's, i.e. you're tied or losing, then one of your Digimon gains security attack +1 for the turn. Kind of cool. You get yourself a playset of the foil version of that, which is rather lovely. And as you can see on the screen here, it's actually not an alternate art card. It is the same as the artwork we see in the regular card, and I'm really looking at them carefully here, I don't see it. But it is a foil version, whereas the version that came in the starter deck wasn't. So whereas a Geomon is alternate art, the Lightning Joust is just foil. That's important. And then it goes up. So top 64 gets you a Growlmon alternate art. This is from Starter Deck 7. And this one is alternate art, as you can see on the screen. And this is the one whereby, as an inheritable skill, on your turn, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, you gain a memory. Remember, it doesn't matter how they're deleted, as long as it's on your turn and they're deleted in some way, you get it. Then, if you make your way up to top 32, you get yourself the alternate art of War Growlmon. And again, this is an alternate art card. It's again the one from the starter deck. Don't know why the Geomon isn't the one from the starter deck. It just isn't. Although we've had that as alternate art before. Maybe that's why. But when you're attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 power or less. And as an inheritable skill, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, this Digimon gains security attack +1 for the turn. Not too shabby, ladies and gentlemen. Not too shabby. And that's where it gets interesting. Because top 32 gets your War Growlmon. Top 16 gets no extra prizing. But top 8 gets you Gallantmon. Incidentally, once you reach top 8, there's no extra prizes. Now remember, if you're playing in an Ultimate Cup, then there are still promo cards to be gained. But if you're just playing in a DC-01, you get to top 8, you get your Gallantmon, and that's essentially it. But you've got to win 2 games from top 32 to get through to top 8 in order to get up to the Gallantmon. So when you get to top 16, that's kind of irrelevant, but that game for top 8 is big. Because there ain't going to be that many of these tournaments, and there's only 8 Gallantmon given out at every tournament. These are not going to be cheap. Now this is the Gallantmon from EX2, and you'll notice the artwork here is the artwork they've used on the playmat and to a lesser extent the sleeves. And on your turn you get an extra 2000 power. While you have a Red Tamer in play, you add 2000 to the maximum DP you can choose with DP-based deletion effects. And when attacking, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon with a total power up to 6000 or less, and delete them. although it's actually going to be 8,000 power or less because Gallantmon will be boosting itself. I.e., any of these skills that let you delete up to a certain amount of DP, Gallantmon will boost up rather nicely. And that's what you've got. And now I want to find some of these events, honestly. I want to find out where they're going on. I want to enter some because these look awesome. Fingers crossed. As soon as I know, I will let you know. But I want to know what you think about all of this, and I want to know how excited you are, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far, the most important thing as always, look after yourself till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.